YouTube, we're back at it with a brand new video, and this time we are racing the new MXGP track that just dropped. This video right here, we're just going to be talking about JV tracks, honestly. This one just came out as of today, Monday, April 3rd. I rode maybe 10 minutes in this lobby, kind of just practicing. So I kind of figured I'd just give you guys a little race of the track, give you guys my kind of thoughts. I probably won't go for the jump here, and we have a race on this on Wednesday as well. So I'm kind of interested to see how like this track races, and I see a take already getting smashed, and yep, that's basically how public lobbies go, man. Start just doesn't happen anyways. But anyways, regardless of that, I've been riding the track a little bit, and I actually think the track can be a very good racing track. Oh my lord, I think, oh god, what's up, Davey? But I think the track could be a really good racing track. But I heard that it wasn't good for racing, so I don't really know what everybody's thought process was. So if you guys have raced the EU version, or if you guys have raced public lobbies with this track, let me know in the comments below. As you guys can kind of see behind us, people are going crazy down behind us. But I don't know how the EU lobbies went. I might have to go back and watch whoever like was watching that. I think Reaper Doc commentates that, so maybe I have to go back and watch his stream. But yeah, so. But regardless, the track was flowy in practice. It was very, very nice in practice. We're on the 450 because that's what we do EU, and I like the 450 for the track. There's a couple big lines that you could probably hit that are like some like massive lines. Like I don't know if you could probably hit the triple there, but you can definitely double that. I know you could double it on the 250. This one right here is kind of scaring me because I don't know if I want to go scrub that or if I want to like gap it. I've been doing a little bit of both, but I wasn't quite sure. But that right there, I haven't taken the inside line yet, so I don't know how well that line does. But this is kind of cool. You can kind of wall ride that a little bit to the side. I noticed that in the practice. You can kind of wall ride that. Oh my god, cannon almost destroyed me. But I don't know if that would be fast at all. There's also an option right here, outside or inside. I've taken both. I don't know which way is faster. I think the inside line is quick on the 450 because you can kind of keep her momentum up, and it's like, that guy just got punted. But you can kind of keep her momentum up, and you're not going so far out. So that's the line I probably would go take. I got to get Cass. Cass had the fastest lap in this lobby. I got to get him to show me the ropes, man, because I have no idea. But that's for after the practice, and we ran into that guy, unfortunately. But the other tracks, I kind of wanted to talk about the other tracks as well. The JV's previous tracks. The Trentino track was, I think, my opinion, pretty damn good. Although it wasn't probably as flowy as like all the other tracks, it wasn't bad. The real section I had my game just froze. The real section I had a problem with was the triple up. I didn't have a really problem in the race, but in the practice, when I was practicing it a lot, I would case it and I would die, right? I would case and die, or if you didn't hit it perfect, you would kind of die. But I fixed my suspension for it. Big shout out to Dylan, actually, because he gave me the suspension setup for that track, and it actually worked really, really well. But if I got on the gas too much on that track, I felt like I was sliding. So I definitely got to work on the, what is it called? I got to work on the throttle control for sure. I thought the overall track was actually pretty fun. Once I got the flow of it down and I was in the race mode and shit like that, it was fun. I think it was kind of hard to pass. Thankfully for us, we got decent starts. We got pretty decent starts, so thankful for that. Other than that, I thought the track was pretty dang good. And then going back to the other track of his, I forgot what round 2 was. It Portugal, right? The sand, kind of a sand track, but not really a sand track. Portugal. I thought that track was pretty good for racing. Or no, excuse me. I thought the track was pretty good for like qualifying. I actually did. I felt the flow. I've really like felt really good on the track, honestly. That was probably one of the better motos I had. It was like what, from last to top 10. So I really felt good on the track. I think the track is better for like hot laps and trying to get better at the game than racing. I feel like a lot of the times you couldn't really pass on the track because it was kind of skinny compared to say like Argentina or Trentino, or even this track. This track kind of is a little bit more open. But overall, I thought the track was actually pretty good because I did well on it. I don't know if I just assume that when the tracks are good, I do well, or I do well, and so I say the tracks are good. But overall, I thought Portugal was pretty good. I just had a good time on it, honestly. Whether I'm coming from last and got it like top 10, or I think we got 7th in the second moto. So I had a pretty good fun time on it. And then before that was Argentina. That was probably my favorite track so far. Definitely so far my favorite track. I didn't do as well, I would say. We did actually pretty good on 250. We did that race on 250s, but that track actually was pretty fun. One of the better tracks out right now for outdoors, so I thought it was really fun. And I thought it was pretty good for racing. You actually had a lot of different options throughout the whole track, so I really enjoyed that one. I think a lot of people actually really enjoyed it. I know Mix is saying that's his favorite track. I think a couple other people too said that that was their favorite track as well. Going before that, I think it was the tiny track, right? It was like the super skinny track. I wasn't a big fan of that track. I was not a big fan of that track in general. I thought it was just kind of super skinny, honestly. It was just too skinny for me. I don't know if anybody else had that issue, and I don't think it's not the way JV made it. It's basically how the track was, like how the track is in real life. It's very skinny, hard to pass. So like you can't really fault excuse me, you can't really fault JV on it, because that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to make it exactly how the tracks are in real life. So I can't fault him at all, because it's still a really good track. Like, it's really a really good track. So you can't really fault him at all for that. But other than that, I just wasn't a big fan of that track in general. But the one before that, Matterley Basin, I think it was, right? Matterley Basin was round 1. I don't even know what technically what round we're on, but Matterley Basin track was fire. That was a really good track. We didn't do too well in the actual race, MXGP Ace Moto race. I thought the track was pretty dang fun. We actually rode that a lot, like off stream, as well as on stream. We had a couple good motos. I think I actually have like a YouTube video of my best race ever on that track, because I never crashed. I pulled hole shot and I just never crashed. I actually led a lot of it. Obviously it's a pub race, so it doesn't really matter, but we led a lot of that race and we never crashed. So I was pretty ecstatic about that. So that track is definitely one of my favorites for this series. And I'm hoping that this track right here becomes one of my favorites. I like the flowiness of it. I don't know how well it's going to do racing wise. Like, I have to, just based on this right here, I'm kind of just like floating around. So I really don't know if anybody like race in the EU, let me know how it went. Cause I'm very intrigued to see, like, do I need to adapt to take different lines than the main lines? You can kind of see where the main lines are based on the E-road. So do I need to adapt and take the lines that aren't E-roaded to get traction and like just kind of vibe and flow? Like right there, do I need to change up my line right there? Kind of go somewhere different? See, I really don't know. I gotta actually ask. I know a few people rode it. I know Jay Briggs did EU 250. He said he wasn't that big of a fan of the racing of it, so I want to see if anybody else had that same issue. Overall, I think the track's pretty fun. We got Cannon behind me. I don't want to mess him up here, because let's be real. Dude, don't follow me. What are you doing, man? There we go. Because I did not mean to go that fast, but I definitely just jumped off the track. Hey, we'll take it. We'll take it. Yo, one thing I also... I'll show it after the race, I guess. One thing I actually think JV's doing really well, and he did it on Trentino too. On the uphills on Trentino, where like your bike could go flying, especially before the rollers, before that off-camber double to the table. I don't know if you guys even remember what I'm talking about, but he put like a barricade so you couldn't go past that. I think that is so smart. He also did it in the first corner where you couldn't drop down inside the crevice there. I thought that was genius. He also is doing it on this track too. I don't know. I'll show it after, but during like the water on like the front straight, you can't go in that water. It's just like for visuals. And I think that's actually super smart what he's doing. It allows the player not to get stuck, I would say, which is very important in this game. Because if you get stuck, you're like, then you got Poposo effects, you know, and that's just never fun. It's just never fun. So big shout out to JV for doing that. That's actually super smart. I know plenty of times where you get stuck in a crevice and you're just like, all right, well, I give up. I'm not getting out of this. Or when you get out of it, it's already been like what? It's already been freaking 10 seconds or 15 seconds, and then you're still Pobosoing, right? So kind of just not fun in that aspect. But what he was able to do, what JV is able to do with just putting like an invisible barrier on it, or even behind the turns or on top of the water and stuff like that, I think is super smart. So big shout to him for that. And we're coming up to the last lap. I know I'm kind of just rambling here, but hopefully you guys enjoy this type of video. I also want to say, I'll probably show this in the beginning of the video, but I want to say thank you guys so much for the 9K, man. We just hit 9,000 subs on YouTube, which is nuts. So thank you guys so much for that. We have like 34 on TikTok. We just hit 34 on TikTok, so I appreciate you guys over there as well. But it's going crazy, so I really do appreciate that. I know a lot of it's coming from the shorts, and I'm hoping that the shorts relay the over... I hope the shorts basically show the longer form videos, and you guys come for the longer form videos as well, because I think that would be kind of fun. Get you guys' opinions on stuff, just going back and forth. Definitely thank you for the love on the videos, as well as just the love on the channel, dude. We're not going to stop anytime soon. We're going to kind of mix it up. I was just actually talking to the boys of what we could do for like some pub lobby for some videos, so I hope you guys enjoy that in the future. We are playing Resident... No, excuse me. I keep messing up. We're playing The Last of Us, so we're going to make a video on The Last of Us, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. That's actually pretty good. We've been playing it for... Well, technically, I only played it last night, but we played for like a long time, so we got a lot of footage for that, so I'm super excited to post that. But yeah, so I just want to say thank you guys so much, man. Thank you. It just means a lot that you guys enjoy the content, whether it's shorts or longer form videos. I know the long form videos haven't hit their stride just yet, but I know they will. I know they will, so I'm super excited when those start to pop off, man. The shorts are already popping, so I'm very excited to see when those longer form videos start to pop. And actually, I thought it was funny. We actually, you know how we posted that before you buy video? And I was like, okay, before you buy, that was like back in February. And I was going through my analytics, and I looked at it, and it had 7,000, I think it was like 7,000 views. I'm like, no shot it has 7,000 views. I don't remember this getting that many. But it just recently picked up, so I just want to say thank you guys. And if you guys are ever coming from like the other previous videos, let me know in the comments below. Like, I just would love for you guys to interact, so we can have some conversations. Maybe give me some pointers in my writing, or just give me what you guys think about the video, stuff like that. But race comes to an end, and I just want to give a big shout out to the boy Kazi for hosting these lobbies. And this is what I meant. Like, look at it. It's a barricade, like on top of the water. Okay, not here, but where was it? It was right here. I guess kind of, right? It's not like a deep... I don't know. I thought it was pretty smart. It's definitely on the Trentino one. There was barricades, and I thought it was pretty sick. So, but yeah, big shout out to the boy Kazi for hosting these lobbies, man. He hosts them every night. I don't know how he does it. I know he's been playing a lot of Sim. So make sure you guys go follow his channel. His channel will be linked in the description below. He posts some edits on there occasionally. But yeah, big shout out to the boy. What's up, Kazi? But yeah, thank you guys so much for the love on the videos. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And we'll catch you guys back here in the next video. Much love, guys. I'm out. Peace.